Hello. I missed yesterday. I'm so sorry. I may have missed 2 days. Um, being taken into the light. Let's see. Chat. Live chat. There we go. I'm gonna be on for a little bit. Basically, the deal is this, folks. I pushed myself too hard the last couple days, including really messing with my sleep and physically messing with myself, and I'm really fucking exhausted. Also, I think that there may be a virus trying to get me because my roommates have been sick, and I've been able to avoid it because I've been taking care of myself, and then I didn't take care of myself these last couple days. So I've made a mistake there. I have to take care of myself before 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 I can push myself, before I can do all of the doing the thing stuff. I have to do the thing stuff that's foundational first, the base fundamentals. And the base fundamentals are sleep, eat, and move. And I've been doing too much move and not enough sleeping or eating. Made some mistakes. Did you contract some kind of virus? I don't know yet. I feel bad. Just finished a 7-day water fast. It was not fun. Actually, sounds fun. I felt really good when I was fasting. That was around New Year's. I felt really good. But I believe you, that sounds difficult. I know I did 3. I didn't go till 7. I think I'm too thin. Hi, Luca. Sorry to be so fucking glum. I feel really good right now. I'm doing what I can to trick myself, but there's only so much that you can do when you don't have enough sleep. It's like the fundament. It's the base. Yeah. Vitamin C, liquids, vitamins all around. Anyway, let me see. A couple of useful things. Yeah, I'm not gonna go with caffeine, Luca. The hot liquid sounds good. The caffeine does not. I might make some hot liquid stuff soon, and then maybe some oatmeal. Just feel bad. Where's the fun in feeling good when you can't feel bad? True, Harry. And then there's a useful mindset thing there. Thank you, Harry. There's a useful mindset thing there that I was listening to. A sprinter who was on a podcast, or a runner for the Olympics, who was saying that her coach told her you should have, the rule of thirds. 1/3 of your training you should feel really good. 1/3 of your training you should feel meh, but you're doing it. And 1/3 of your training you should feel like absolute shit. And you can apply that to everything in life. And if you're feeling those in about that ratio, you're kind of doing it right. So I guess maybe this is the absolute shit that I am supposed to be feeling. And if I don't feel this, then what's the point? Makes sense. But this is my body letting me know that I've gone too far. What's the stream about today? Well, it's a little bit about Evangelion, which is why it's called Second Impact. And it's a lot about me being a sad boy like Shinji, who can't just get in the robot today. And the reason that I can't get in the robot today is because there are things going on inside me that aren't working. But I kind of just on a whim, I pulled up End of Evangelion because I have it downloaded. I've had it downloaded for a year more. I've had EOE sitting on my computer. I just pulled it up to look through it, And I had some immediate revelations about the whole fucking thing. I'm not sick yet, plebe. I don't think. I don't think so. I think I'm in process of being exposed to a number of things that could get me if I don't treat myself properly right now. Sometimes the robot needs repairs. Yes. But what I realized is that the whole organization in Evangelion is the human body. And Shinji is just the spirit, is just and Asuka and Rei. They're just the spirit. They're just the conscious self. I doubt that I can find it. Most of what I'm going to do today, Shinji needs repairs too. Exactly right, Nikumaru. But that's not what I'm talking about here. What I'm talking about is the layout of the thing, as though we were watching the thing and I were telling you what I think is in it. I'm not gonna be able to turn to the right page. I'm not gonna be able to turn to the right page, but there's a line in the Bhagavad Gita, which I have. Um, I got this. It was a copy that I got for it was a few dollars. I realized I don't have copies of the religious texts, so I was like, well, how much does it cost to get a paperback Bible, a paperback Quran, a paperback Bhagavad Gita, a paperback Upanishads, a paperback Tao, and uh, I think that's it. There might be one that I missed. It's like $5 each. So, whew, well, I should probably have those. So I got them, and they got delivered in one day, and they were $5 to $8 each. And are you gonna read them? Yeah, I'm already reading them. I'm reading through the Bhagavad Gita at the moment. That's where I'm starting, and it's oh, it's lovely. It's very useful. It's mostly about so far about recognizing that there's a transcendent self that is conscious, which is Shinji, and it's the pilot of an incredible body system that is a whole colony of different cells, individual cells that have to be working together and love each other. Um, Otherwise, the whole thing falls apart. If you're, if you don't, you're the thing that has to believe. If you don't believe in the self, in unity, then the self falls apart because you're actually all the way through, layer by layer, you're actually a system of ecosystems. And each ecosystem is a system of microorganisms that's not just it's not just your cells. We find this out from recent studies into the gut microbiome. They're expanding those studies into the rest of the microbiome, and they're finding that every part of your body, your skin, your blood, your musculature, has a living microbiome of non-human organisms, bacteria and others, protozoa, that all consume some products and output different products. They're waste products, right? They consume and output stuff. And your body doesn't kill all of them. It's not meant to. You're not meant to be one thing. You're meant to be a healthy diversity of many things. The human body is a planet. Sounds like you want to turn yourself into a robot or something? I don't want to turn myself into a robot. I think I already am a robot. Symbiotic relationship. Symbiotic relationship. And then at the top of every hierarchy of cells within your body, of microorganisms within your body, has to be your cells. And they have to be part of a structured but fair hierarchy. In order, you have to take care of the base people. You have to take care of the poor. Soul, flesh, bone. Yeah, yeah, but each of them, the flesh in particular, is not as much you as you think. It's other things too, and you have to take care of them. And you can clean them out certain ways, and you can rebuild them certain ways. So I've got sort of a weird theory about diet and how to structure it, What we don't structure is diet over time. We don't structure evolving diets. We structure one diet that you stick with, and we throw you into that, but we don't structure evolving diets. And I think what we should do is structure diets hierarchically, evolutionarily. So you start off with nothing and you fast, and then you have water fast, and then you have um, like really basic plant foods, fruit, little bit of fiber, living things, sprouts, but no seeds. You don't have time to soak water, to soak seeds in water or cook things. Raw foods to start for like a few days. Build up a gut microbiome, and then from there into here I wrote it out. Hold on. Mm. Mm. Where's my ruck? There it is. It ended up being in my backpack because I took my oh yeah, fermented stuff. Yeah. And the way that I was thinking about that is if you were to like wander through the desert for a while, and then you would be fasting, right? No food, and then you stumble upon an oasis. What you might find at that oasis wouldn't be the high fruit that's fresh that's up in the tree, but instead the fruit that has fallen from the tree, right, and has begin to rot slightly, but not rot, but like it's been exposed to microorganisms. It's the fallen fruit. And so you take of that, you eat what you can stomach, but not too much. And you build up that bit of microorganisms. And those microorganisms are perfectly attuned to eating that fruit, right? Because they landed on it and they were surviving on it. And so then you become more capable of eating that fruit. And then you move from there and begin to find more lushness and more verdancy and more variety of fruit and more variety of vegetarian life, roots and tubers and stalks of things and grasses and eventually, leafy greens and stuff into eventually seeds and grains and heavy tubers and starches and stuff. Okay. So this is backward, but this is a partial depiction. I'm still working on Constitution of the different traits for D&D. Strength, dexterity, Constitution. True lion mane right there. Oh yeah, mushrooms as well. Yeah, gut bacteria are also a key factor to food addiction, food discipline, because they run your body. The microorganisms run your life. Your sentient conscious self can only do so much with mental effort to bind yourself together. Your microorganisms want what they want. You don't sound so good. I think I'm on the verge of getting sick, man. That's all. That is the point of the stream, is that I haven't slept well enough and I've pushed myself too far, and I need to rest consciously. But where is... You literally have more bacteria in your body than your own cells. Yeah. And by genetic information, you have miles and miles more non-human DNA in you than human DNA. All right, go catch some sleep, Kappa. Kappa. There it is. All right. So the idea was to reset gut and body by... You start in a fast. Oop, you can't read this really. You start in a fast. You're walking through the desert and you can't eat. You then forage fruits and rotten things, fermented things, fruits and fermented things, and then you climb and you dig, and eventually you're able to feast with abundant starches, um, and harvested things, right? Agricultural products. And then once you've got feasted calories in you and starches in you from agricultural products, then you can hunt. Then you can go and seek out high quality, like small amounts of fish and meat, and build up, because you've built up a strong enough tolerance to food in general, to have a strong enough microorganism setup that they can digest the more complex products that are in animal products, right? Because animals are whole biotas. And if you were to take the resources from the top of the pyramid of the cow and put those resources into you, your body wouldn't know what to do with them. You have to put those resources in small amounts on top of a strong, strong foundation. And at each of these points, I think you should be doing certain kinds of exercise. So when you're fasting, the only exercise I think you should really do most of is walk. Once you get to the forage state and you're having food and stuff, you can start to climb and dig and do more work. And then once you get to the famine, or to the feast side of things, you're grinding. You're doing the thing over and over and over. You're doing it consistently every day. You're working in the field. You're working to dig up tubers, whatever you're doing to work. And we can emulate that with gym work or running and whatnot. The rhythm of this process is nearly the same as starting compost or a yeast starter or feeding a newborn and a toddler. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Which is what you are. If you're a broken system, and a lot of us have broken gut systems, if you're a broken system, then you have to rebuild like you are a child, right? You have to rebuild like you are yeast starter. Build up a setup. Build up a hierarchy of functional little hierarchies, right? So you're the big hierarchy at the top, and this is your gut, right? And this is your liver, right? And this is your heart, and this is your legs, your skin, whatever. Each section of you has to be a functional hierarchy. And that means you can't be killing off your hierarchy willy-nilly. So you can't be killing off your hierarchy with lots of shots of alcohol, because that'll kill your hierarchy. It'll kill all your microbiota really fast, and that's bad. Or Soviet, because I'm exhausted and I just woke up. Because I'm exhausted and I just woke up, and I'm sitting in bed. And I should be actually laying back. Oh, ah, oh. Also, it kind of doesn't help. All right. And I pray to the phone. Hola, phone. Unfortunately, many of us did an all-cause mortality boost. By doing what? Alcohol. Um. So I've accidentally done most of this over the last couple of weeks. I've accidentally done most of it as I've gone toward plant-based. I started with a fast, and then I ate some fruits and a lot of fermented products, and then I moved into more serious starches and like good amounts of grain and bean and uh, sweet potatoes and yams and stuff. And in a few days, I'm going to reintroduce meat products into my diet, starting with fish, I think. Starting with fatty fish, or maybe lean fish. I don't know. Maybe white fish, trout, something that you would be able to catch in a river, and then moving from there into like ocean-born fish, going toward the bigger fish and stuff. And then I'll add in some meat. And then I think what I'll do is I'll keep meat in my diet, assuming it doesn't cause, if it causes me discomfort or problems that I can recognize, then I'll remove it and I'll go back to fully plant-based. But I'll try a bit of dairy, a bit of like cheese product, like raw cheese product, um, fermented kefir and yogurt and stuff. Um, we do this for religious reasons twice a year. No meat and no fish. Yep. Yep. And then there was an idea that I had that's of great interest to me, and it is once you get to here and you're abundant in food, then you can share. And the idea that I had there was you pass the cup, and by passing the cup, you you take a sip, wipe the thing, and turn it. But a very little bit of the microorganisms that you have in your body get passed to everybody else in your tribe, right? And you produce like a unity in that. I am simply tired. Thank you for asking. I'm simply tired. Same when you see that my eyes are bleary. My eyes are bleary. I went and I washed my face and they're still bleary. My eyes are puffy and bleary. I feel good in general actually. Um, I feel nice. Uh, but my body wants to lay down. My body wants to lay down right now. And so I'm doing the thing right now because I have to do the thing. Otherwise, otherwise my mental will just go. I'll have missed too many times in a row, and then it'll be so much harder for me to get back to it. I'm doing the thing in order to do the thing, but then I'm gonna lay down. Watch through all your Mushoku Tensei reactions. What kind of format is this? This is I just woke up and I'm doing the daily brew. I'm doing my daily stream that I promised that I would do, and I'm doing it regardless of how much I want to lay down right now. Um, and then I will be done. Mm, I do love the Latin American diet. Yeah, the common diet is very balanced. Also, the Latin American diet, as far as I know, most Latin American diets contain quality amounts of meat, and most of the people living in Latin American countries have well structured microorganisms in order to take care of eating that much meat and are well and truly tolerant to it. Yeah, the body can be stupid, absolutely. Nick Mur, absolutely, the body can be stupid, and you can need to force it and just go, shut the fuck up, we're going. Today for me is not that day, man. Not that day, man. Rice, beans, some kind of meat, and some kind of green. Yep, a good blend, a good mix. The way that I'm going to think about it going forward is I'm going to treat the meat as a literal treat. Um, as a literal treat, as though I were only occasionally able to be successful in hunting. And then and set it up with some kind of randomness maybe. And really limit my meat's consumption to like once a week, once every couple weeks. Uh, and then mostly consuming plants, I think, would be best at the moment. Next, Tiabu will be eating bacon 24/7. Yep, that's the next stage. I mean, I've done that. Bacon, beef, and eggs. Went full carnivore for a while. It worked okay. It worked okay, but I don't think I did it properly. I don't think most people do it properly. I think most people throw themselves right into it, and it's not the way. Long living societies like the blue zone peoples eat meat on Sundays. Yeah, to some extent, they are mostly plant-based diets that eat meat occasionally. I'll bet the occasional meat is really really worthwhile. Well, if you pyramid it out, the things that you have the most microorganisms, you need the most microorganism food. You know, you need pet food for for your ecosystems, for your internal ecosystems. So a lot of fiber, because that feeds the baseline. A lot of um, a lot of fiber, fresh fruits and stuff. Lots of micronutrients from varied, varied types of foods: mushrooms, sprouts, leafy greens, um, dark greens, uh, 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 stalk-like greens, tubers, roots, uh, aerial parts of plants, root parts of plants, and stalk parts of plants. You need all of them. So asparagus, you need all of them. And then up through that into like grains and starches and stuff. And then up through that into into the most dense things, which are tree nuts and meats. And you want to really limit tree nuts. I love oatmeal. Feldrunari, I fucking love oatmeal. I do think that oatmeal should be at the feast portion. So at stage 3, once you've already done the famine and the foraging. I'm gonna think about this more. I'm really fading though. My my ability to focus is gone, man. Woof. Yeah, stop eating all carbohydrates. Yep, going into ketosis. That would be the definition of a keto diet. All sugar and grain, and probably he was hitting ketosis pretty frequently. Um, yeah, that'll absolutely do drug withdrawal to you. You'll go through the flu or the keto flu for a while when you do that, and then um, thank you, Matt G. I am doing well. I'm just exhausted. Um, I am doing well, and I'm partly saying that to convince myself that it's true. I'm feeling really good today, and I do mean it. We'll see how much I can change myself. Because if I can get myself up to a point of feeling really good today, then I can do more today, and I'd like that. I'd like that very much. But I'll be comfortable with today if all I do is read a few pages of the Bhagavad Gita and get some sleep. That would be great. Yep, sad diet into keto will give you whiplash. Yep, it'll fuck you up. Should probably just pin that you are just tired. I'm gonna end the stream soon anyway. You need some sunlight, dude. Yes, I know. Well, I'm in sunlight. I'm literally sitting in it. But I need some direct sunlight. Unfortunately, there hasn't been any. It's been rainy the last few days. And that's probably part of what is affecting me so severely. I had a sugary treat last night. Uh, that now that I think about it, that might be affecting me seriously too. But I had to eat it. It was a friend made it, so it would have been circumstantially it would have been a dick move to turn it down. What did you have, like 100 grams of sugar? No, but I just haven't had any sugar for a while. There was a little baked bar of pecans and sugar of some kind. Hmm. And that's a threat to me because I fucking love pecan pie and pecan stuff in general. Wolf. Anyway, that's all the diet stuff. It's interesting to me, but it's all an experiment at this point. I'd have to get other people to actively try it and try it with I forget what it's called, not conformity, but with validation to make sure that that's what they were doing. But I'm gonna try to write this out as a protocol and see what I can do with it and make it available to people because I think it's a really good idea. It's a good idea, but it's an unproven idea. So just saying this is the best way to eat is some bullshit. This is just an experimental idea. It's just a set of thoughts that haven't been tested except on me, and me is different from everybody else, and I'm not perfect yet, you know? if I were doing great health-wise, I'd be much more comfortable saying, "Hey, you should try this." But at the moment, it needs some refinement. Yeah, go ahead and send me that content, some dude. I'd appreciate that. There are some things that I have to look into as well, especially on the gut microbiome. Um, there's a fella named Will Bolshewicz, Bulsiewicz, who's doing some incredible research on the gut microbiome and is, as far as I know, associated with a company called Zoe. And what Zoe does, as far as I can tell, they give you a glucose monitor, a continuous glucose monitor that monitors your blood sugar, and then they give you a set of cupcakes or muffins that are baked with different products in them, and they have you take one, and then you see what it does to your blood glucose over the course of the day, and then the next day you take another one, a different one, and you see what it does to your internal state over the course of the day, and you can determine a lot of things about your gut by doing that. And then they also take a sample, like a stool sample, in order to understand your gut microbiome more accurately. And from that, determine what kinds of foods are best for you, which is an interesting idea. Probably a way over expensive piece of like super Silicon Valley technology, but if that could be made affordable, that would be very helpful for a lot of people. So that's really cool. Other things that are happening today. Oh, first of all, this is a rolling pin. It was $7. This is as good for stretching and mobility and bonking. Yep. And other things if you want to use your imagination. Um, I don't know. As some $30 products made of steel and made of other things, this thing is great. It's like a Tai Chi ruler. Um, to push on, pull on. Ah, and also to roll yourself. And so that's part of what I mean by I've been pushing too hard, is I've been doing a lot of mobility work and strength work. Are you gonna get the copyright safe parts of Brew 54 back up? Yeah, I have to go through that. I have to go through that and cut it up. Thank you. Thank you for the reminder. What are your plans for today? Well, that's a plan now. Um, but sleep, eat carefully, rest, acquire my guitar, uh, play with the guitar a little bit, uh, read some of the Bhagavad Gita. Uh, if I can get my brain working, then I'll try to catch up on one of the shows that I've missed. Oh, Nickmer, yeah, it's on the way. I'm just waiting for it to ship. I was actually I planned to use it. I planned all of yesterday around it because it was supposed to arrive yesterday, and then halfway into yesterday, I look at the tracking and it goes now arriving tomorrow, now arriving on Monday. Fuck. Thanks FedEx. Thanks FedEx. Ruined my whole plan. Fuck. So I ended up taking the backpack and going on a hike with a rucksack. I filled it up with books and with other heavy things. It didn't end up being that heavy. It only ended up being about 15 pounds, but that was enough for a minute. So I carried it around, and that was hard. And I climbed trees with it on, and that was hard. And I climbed rocks and boulders with it on, and that was hard. But I'm going to be playing with the guitar today and see how music flows through me. And I'm going to be reading books and see how they affect me, and then I'm gonna go to sleep. MBTI type. I haven't taken a test in a long time. I have a feeling that it's probably different than it used to be, but a long time ago it was INTJ was what I took. Uh, but it's been a while. Okay, I'm gonna lay down again. Thank you for watching, folks. I appreciate you. Um, this is me doing the thing when I really don't want to do the thing. And there are a bunch more things that I need to do too. And this is one small piece of dragon instead of the whole dragon. And I'm sorry. There are some shows that I've been letting slip, and I'm really sorry about that. Especially Cyberpunk. I'm really sorry about that. And Bochi needs to go up soon, and I'm really sorry about that. I'm gonna try to feel better. Thank you for your love and support. My love to you. Peace.